Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. What up? Water. That's what I said. I don't know why I did that.
Water.
I was like, I'm gonna switch
super
it up
far away
today.
too.
Oh, I am. God damn it! I did it again. All right.
I want to talk about my cup first. It was my Christmas present. Do you see?
Andy.
It's from Survivor and it has a picture of Andy on it. And then on the back it says, "I cracked a coconut and they don't cheer for me." And if you watch Survivor this season, you'll be like, "Wow, that's amazing! I love that gift."
Yeah.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm sorry. I just got a call. Jess will tell you right before I got on air.
Literally.
I get a call from my mom.
I press record. I think it's on the cameras.
Business stuff with me. And talking about JCPenney or whatever.
There's some scandalous,
Yeah.
there's some true crime happening.
It's all bullshit.
In your own life.
Yeah.
You're living a true crime right now.
I get so many people
Fraudulent.
trying to scam me. Oh my God. It's so funny because Facebook and Instagram, they brag about their meta AI and how it's doing all this stuff. Oh yeah, not anymore. And it's doing all this stuff to stop this people. And I get so many.
It still happens, huh?
Yeah, I get so many messages from people being like, your Instagram account is scheduled to be deleted unless you click this link. And it's always from Facebook business verified.
Yep. And if you don't do this soon,
Yeah, and their profile picture will be like a Facebook logo. And I'm like, oh, AI didn't catch that. But it thinks I'm trying to promote drugs. Even though my Facebook seems like it's coming back. I don't know. Whatever. It's garbage world. Population me.
World. Oh man.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But I still got the comedy. And we still got some news stories.
Thank goodness.
On your favorite news podcast.
Yes. Your favorite true crime.
It's not a true crime podcast.
Oh, sorry.
Stop
your
calling
favorite
it that.
news.
It's a news podcast.
Your true news crime podcast.
Some of the news is about crimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crime in this one.
Some of it's true.
And there's also just some sad stuff. This first one, I thought it would be funnier, but I don't know. It just makes me really sad.
Oh my God. Hold on.
What?
I'm sorry. Oh, there was a couple things because we have to, Zach added the video of the guy breaking into the girl's house.
Oh yeah.
And
getting his leg cut.
He punches the window to break in, and she's recording from the inside of the house.
Yeah.
And he punches the window, and then he just starts screaming. He's like, Sarah, call the cops, Sarah. And it was fucking terrible, Zach. Oh my God. You didn't see anything. He blurted out and stuff, but just the guy screaming. But then but he apparently, what we learned in the thing was that he did that, but then he also drove somewhere.
Yeah. If you're unaware of what we're talking about,
then you need to listen to the last episode.
No, it was episode 99, and we touched back on it again. We did one that was all Zach stories, and Zach's our producer who's not on camera. But he's pulling some strings, and he sent us some doozy news articles, including one about what we're talking about. And the guy punches a window, gets cut, bleeds out. And before that, he's holding a gun to her head. It was a mess.
It was a mess.
It was a mess. But yeah, luckily we have some very positive stories today. So, Sean Garrett, Cairo 7 News, is from December 28th, 2024. You might have heard about this.
Okay.
So, 2 Portland men lost their lives while searching for Sasquatch in eastern Skamania County. Yeah. The Skamania County Sheriff's Office said Saturday. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... Yeah,
I thought about doing this last week.
You have to be living in the woods to not heard about this.
Yeah. Even Sasquatch heard about this.
They're like, oh, you believe this?
Missed me.
Got another one.
Yeah, missed me. Oh, man, I got it. The men ages 59 and 37 were found in a heavily wooded area of Gifford Pinchot National Forest after a 3-day search. If you're unfamiliar with the Gifford Pinchot National Forest, it is a huge national forest. Mount St. Helens is in there. There is a large swath of Washington state they just called it a national forest because the only thing they do there is they log.
Yeah.
There's not a lot else going on out there.
Just logging.
Just steep hills
and Sasquatch.
And dark forests.
Yeah.
And maybe a Sasquatch.
Definitely is. Do you think that there's a Sasquatch?
Hell no.
What?
It's not real.
No, come on.
I'm going to tell you why, and it's going to bum you out.
Why?
Because I know people
you killed it.
No, I know people that have pretended to be Sasquatches and to like mess with tourists.
Well,
and
yeah,
people.
Of course. Just like people dress
also,
up like killer clowns.
For a breeding population to exist, you need a certain amount of animals, and they've never found a dead one.
Right, but we don't know. Well, we don't know what
also,
their age is.
I know people that have worked in the woods for 50 years in Cougar Country. I do know there's no Sasquatches. And I know it bums people out to hear that, but I know people that have worked in the woods for 60 years and they've never seen a cougar.
Okay. So what,
but they're out there.
You saying cougars don't exist?
No, they do. They're out there.
You just said they worked in the forest for 60 years and never seen a cougar, but
they
cougars
find
exist.
Dead ones.
Cougars exist.
They find dead ones.
So
they get hit by cars.
That means just because you haven't seen it, he's getting mad for real. Just because you haven't seen it.
It's just frustrating because you don't know what you're talking about. And you're
because you know why? Because
Sasquatches
because we're talking about an imaginary creature, yeah, Sam.
Maybe Sasquatch killed these fellas.
Probably.
The pair had been reported missing on December 25th. Oh, after failing to return home as planned on December 25th. See, it's a bummer.
Well,
These guys just froze to death out in the woods.
That is a bummer. They didn't plan any of it.
Yeah. A family member alerted authorities, prompting a search effort.
Why did they had to? Were they on drugs?
I don't know. They're probably smoking weed.
No, weed does not make you go find Sasquatch.
It makes you believe in Sasquatch.
No, it does not.
That's what happened to you. Utilizing footage from a flock safety camera. No, it's like a direct thing. Like, I don't know anybody. Never mind.
Some people are going to get mad pulling at me. Shit out of
people
your ass. Sometimes I believe you, and I'll believe you. But then when you really start making shit up, like, come on.
I'm going to tell you something else. So I used to work for the Forest Service, right? Mm-hmm. And I've seen some wild stuff out in the woods.
Right.
Because when a fire comes through a forest, the animals flee the fire.
What about, what about Nessie? You don't think?
No.
Now you're just fucking being crazy. Now you're just being wild.
When I was out there, this is some stuff that I saw. Okay. So there's a fire. It's probably a half mile away from us, right? And it's pushing through the forest. We can see the sun's light is changing from the smoke. Like it's a crazy vibe, and they're still figuring out how to engage with the fire. We're on the radio trying to figure stuff out, and there's been multiple times where I've seen, like a bunch of deer like jumping and scurrying away. Mm-hmm. Smoke drunk bear. I've seen that. I've seen a bear staggering around like it's drunk.
Right.
I've seen porcupines with half their quills burnt off, like just their bare butts like waddling away because porcupines will try to climb trees to get away from the fire.
Right.
I've seen all kinds of stuff and some stuff that I won't mention on here because people would hate it.
Okay.
And there's no Sasquatches
that you've seen.
Nobody there's just no way. They would have found a dead one. And they're too spread out. And they're huge.
We don't know how.
And there's so many more people in their woods than there ever was before.
We don't know what their age range is.
Okay, maybe they're magic.
Maybe they live for 1 million years.
Maybe they do live for 1 million years. That's a good point. I didn't think about that maybe they're timeless and ageless.
Exactly. It's a creature that, like, it's mystical.
Yeah, maybe it's different than every other creature that exists and it can live 1 million years.
Obviously.
Yeah. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm sorry. I know it bums people out.
It doesn't bum me out. It just, like, you're like, shutting it down completely, and you just can't do that.
That's because I'm full of common sense.
It's not common sense.
I didn't stop doing meth to still believe in Sasquatches.
But I do think that you have to do a little bit of meth to go look for Sasquatch. Like, I might believe in Sasquatch, but I'm not going to go try and find him.
Honestly, like, I've heard so many stories from so many, like, oh man, see, people are going to get mad at me for this.
Because you generalize so much.
Yeah. yeah.
I know.
Probably. By the way, if you believe in Sasquatches, more power to you, man. Like, have fun with it. Maybe they'll... Maybe.
Who would have known? Who would have known that this is the one? This news story is the one that would cause so much friction.
Yeah, I know. We'll find more. There's always friction. That's why it's a good podcast. Maybe more than 60 volunteer search and rescue personnel, along with canine teams, drones, and ground crews, assisted in the operation. Yeah,
they just probably got lost or something. You think?
Yeah, it's so out there. All it takes is like a couple little things or one big thing to go wrong, and you're toast.
I feel like that could apply
for almost anything. But no. Like in the woods, like I do know about wilderness survival stuff.
No, I know. Like, I literally in my head, I was like, okay, I won't believe you about Sasquatch, but I will believe you about whatever you're saying next.
Yeah. It's so. If you do not have if you are not prepared,
right?
Like, and you don't have the 8 essentials or whatever, all it takes, and it sounds like if you're just in bad shape.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like, I'd be nervous hiking backcountry right now because I haven't done it in a while and I don't feel like my balance is as good as it used to be. Like, just traversing slopes, like sideways, like, oh my God, slipping and falling. And like, oh my God, you sprain your ankle or something like that,
Right.
It doesn't take a lot. And then the weather, and especially doing it this time of year. Because, you can get, when I say like a couple small things, like getting wet, like you can survive that. But if you get wet and then it gets cold and then, oh my God, the wind, like cold wind on wet clothes will freeze you. Like you will literally die. You will die. It's so dangerous. The men were ultimately found dead with initial reports indicating exposure to the elements is the likely cause of death.
Yeah.
Officials noted that difficult terrain and weather conditions combined with the men being ill-prepared as contributing factors.
It turns out they only brought like a 6-pack and like a couple sandwiches.
Yeah. And some pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah, in case they ran into that's not him.
That's a stump.
Looks very similar.
Yeah. The Skamania County Sheriff's Office expressed gratitude to the search and rescue teams, which included personnel from Skamania County, Klickitat County, Hood River County, Wasco County, and other regional organizations. They also extended their condolences to the families of the victims, and I extend those condolences as well. This tragedy highlights the exceptional efforts of a volunteer who sacrificed time during the holidays and worked tirelessly in harsh conditions to bring closure to grieving families, the Sheriff's Office said in a statement. Yeah.
Bummer.
Bummer.
Sasquatch wins again.
Yeah, Sasquatch laughing all the way to the Sasquatch bank because there's a whole Sasquatch society. There's hundreds of them. They live in an underground city under the forest.
They have their own currency.
They just come out to cook raccoons.
Maybe.
Whatever they eat.
No, they just come back and grab a raccoon and then go back underground.
They do. They take them down there. They're pets. They drink their milk. They milk the raccoons.
Sounds logical.
Yeah. It all makes sense to me. Maybe there are. Like I said, I've been wrong before.
You don't know. You cannot say indefinitely.
Before. I cannot.
Just like you don't.
Indefinitely. That's not what that word means.
You cannot indefinitely say.
That's not how indefinitely works. Indefinitely means forever.
Yeah. You can't say that.
Forever.
No,
I can't say anything forever.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because forever is forever.
Just like you can't say that there aren't ghosts because you don't know.
You don't mean that. You don't mean
you can't say indefinitely that there are not ghosts.
There's not ghosts. They're not ghosts. They're not ghosts. There's not ghosts. It's not indefinitely, though. That's not the word you're supposed to use.
Oh, weird. I used a wrong word.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Who the fuck is shocked?
Oh, man. You're my manager.
Yeah.
This is from one of my favorite news sources has become the Cron, which is, I think it's part of like the Houston Chronicle, but they just have, I don't know. They're covering the stuff that I care
good
about.
stuff,
The
huh?
good stuff. Okay. Texas police uncovered a delicious and unexpected surprise during a recent traffic stop. After learning of a cargo theft reported to the Laredo Police Department, the Hill County Sheriff's Office was notified on December 13th that an 18-wheeler believed to be connected to the crime was in the area. Hill County Sheriff's Deputy Ty Hardy, God, that's a good name for a Hill County Sheriff's Deputy,
Hardy,
and a Texas DPS trooper found a semi-truck with a description and license plate matching the report traveling north on Interstate 35. They pulled the truck over, but were surprised what was hiding inside. More than 34,000 avocados.
Oh.
We're back on this.
Oh,
the stolen food.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. I wish this was just a food
Just
theft
all the time.
podcast.
All food, all the time, all stolen.
Yeah. Does anything taste better than a stolen avocado?
I don't know.
Do you like avocados?
No.
Brittany hates them.
I don't like it.
She doesn't like avocados. She doesn't like guacamole.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think it's because like it wasn't popular in the Northwest. I feel like avocados made it to like the rural Northwest.
And then that was it.
Yeah, and wherever you're from, whatever hill.
No, we didn't eat a lot of fucking avocados
Hell no.
growing up.
No, potatoes, maybe an apple
Yeah,
on Sunday or
if
something.
we're lucky.
Yeah. Mostly just out of season deer meat.
Because that's it. So much hamburger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
hamburger. Yeah.
much
yeah.
hamburger. I didn't realize that there were other kinds of meats.
That's like the poor man's avocado.
Right.
Yeah.
Hamburger.
Yeah. 34,000 avocados. I don't know. That's a lot.
That seems like a lot. Well, was it an avocado truck or it was just it was
I don't know if it's an
Target
avocado truck, but it's a truck full of avocados.
Like,
I don't know if it's just a truck meant for avocados, but once you have all those avocados on your truck, it is then an avocado truck.
Say avocado again.
Avocado.
Oh God.
I love saying
I literally
avocado.
I just went into like a weird trance just that you're like
It is. It
avocado,
hypnotizes
avocado.
you.
Oh, whoa.
Because this is the thing, is like I have a hard time imagining 34,000 avocados, but I can imagine 1,000 avocados, and then I can imagine 34 of those, and that's a lot.
It's a whole truck full.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so again, I ask, what were they doing and where were they going? Were they just getting out of town and they were just selling these? Because
Yeah.
like avocados are
Valuable.
okay.
Is that what you were gonna say? It really looked like you were trying to get me to save you.
I was, because I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'm like, why are we stealing these avocados?
Avocados are big money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's become bigger money. And actually, there's cartel involvement in avocado farming and everything. So basically, a lot of industries, like especially if you're in a rural farmland in Mexico, like it's really hard to stop the cartels from having at least some type of power.
In the avocado world.
Yeah, in the
Damn.
avocado world. Here we go. We believe this to be the largest stolen avocado recovery.
Avocado.
You're fucking me up now. We believe this to be the largest stolen avocado recipe. We believe this.
You cannot indefinitely say that.
Stop saying indefinitely. That's not. We believe this to be the largest stolen avocado recovery in the history of Hill County, and it was certainly Deputy Hardy's largest stolen avocado recovery of his career. Yeah, no shit. It was his biggest of his career.
How do you know this is?
How many people? He's like, oh, I got one. I was like, actually, last week I got 35,000 avocados. I think there was like one more avocado.
That's impressive.
Yeah. This bums me out. They go, that'd be the largest stolen avocado recovery of his career. The sheriff office wrote in a post on Facebook.
So dumb. Congratulations.
I love it.
Oh, is it like a picture of him like posted up in front of all the avocados?
Yeah, dude,
like,
the cop Facebook accounts are like of all the like the sheriff's departments and the police departments. I don't care which one it is. It always cracks me up because they'll always be like, we heard of a theft and then we recovered and there was money and there was drugs and we got them. And everybody in the comments are just like, oh yeah, no. They're odd. They love them.
Oh, they're cheering them on.
They're like, yeah, that's awesome. And oh my god, especially if a police dog is involved, there's nothing that mainstream America. Dude, oh my god, police dogs, they love them.
Who doesn't love a police dog?
Like, canine, and they don't call them police dogs too. They call them canine officers. They're like officers too. They're like, canine officer, Jumpy McBite.
Do you not like a canine?
Canine officer? Canine dogs? No, I don't think dogs should be cops.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Of course they're probably better cops than cops.
They're mindless killing machines, these dogs. Listen, I grew up. Okay, listen.
Are you kidding me? Tell me how you grew up.
I grew up watching my kids watch Paw Patrol.
Like, what the fuck are
Paw
you
Patrol.
talking about?
Paw Patrol. No, whatever. I don't care. Cop dogs. I'm glad you like cop dogs.
I love a cop dog. They're so smart.
How?
Because they can do all kinds. They're just. I love a well-trained dog.
They point and they're like, bite that person. Dog. They like bite that and then they know what drugs smell like.
I'm not. Yeah,
or bombs.
I think I just love that I could be like, come here, and then I could be like, get them, and then they'll fucking just do whatever I say.
You're a psychopath. That's what it is. You just want a dog that bites people. You don't have to get a cop dog to get a dog that bites people. Lots of dogs bite people.
I want a dog that's trained.
You can train a dog to bite people.
I don't want to train it myself.
Oh, you just want a retired police dog.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? I would love a retired.
They're hard to get because they like
everybody
the cops
want them.
Yeah. And then they retire.
I know. I want one though. I would
retire.
I've looked. Well, I've
to
looked
watch crime
into,
on TV like the rest of us.
Because they have them in the like military dogs too. Mm-hmm. And I've long time ago when we were still living on base, we were like talking about getting one. I'm like, I really want one because they need homes. And a lot of them have like PTSD and stuff, and like, oh, little babies because they went to war. How can you hate a fucking? I don't even like dogs, but I like a police and military. I like a dog that's seen some shit.
You're out of episode 101, our final episode.
I can't believe. No, you can't. We have to do 102. We have to do 102 because it's sponsored by Robbie, and I promised I would get a cake.
You're gonna buy us a cake for episode 102.
Well, it's sponsored.
Robbie's gonna buy us a cake.
Robbie bought us.
When we get money for the podcast, can you just not spend it on cakes and maybe invest this in better equipment?
First of all, we have the top.
I know we do. I know what are you talking about? I'm just being an asshole. I don't really mean
you just
that.
Reinvest back into the podcast.
I was just trying to say something to try to hurt you.
I know.
The Laredo Police Department requested that the driver be released.
Hell yeah, that's so nice. He's like, listen, I just picked up the load. I was wondering, like. Yeah.
The tens of thousands of stolen avocados that were held in a refrigerated trailer have been taken to a secure location to be transferred to the victim company. No avocados were harmed during this incident, the sheriff's office wrote.
God, no avocados were harmed.
In the comments, I hate this part of this article. In the comments under the police department's post, the avocado-themed jokes continued.
Yes.
I bet the officers were green with envy.
Nice.
Read one comment.
Okay.
We should have an avocado festival and then do it every year to celebrate the day that the avocados were saved. This is what I'm talking about on Facebook stuff. It's not even funny. The cop Facebook accounts have the comment section is always like this. This is it.
I love a comment section though.
Look at this. Another suggested, when are we making guacamole?
Yes.
Which is the most popular avocado dish.
I'm bringing chips.
Somebody commented, they replied to that comment, I got chips. And then they're like, honey, look what I just said on the thing with the thing.
Isn't that funny? I told Sheriff Simple.
Yeah.
I told Sheriff Hardy I'm gonna bring chips.
This is another question right up there with the great Avocado train robbery of 1870. This is the best one. Read another comment. Nice job. Nice job getting them avocado.
This is hard hitting journalism too. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I picked the stories.
Yeah, I know, bud.
Okay.
Well, then who did it? It was the trucking company. It wasn't the.
They don't go into it, which is funny because when we did the cheese one. So if you didn't know, we covered a story about French cheese thief. And me and Jess really had it out more than this time even.
Yeah.
So we were really mad at each other.
We're very passionate about our cheeses.
Yeah. Okay. Local 10 News Orlando. But yeah, there's no other information about it.
Oh, you know that guy who died in the tanning bed?
Yeah.
There was a needle in there.
Oh.
You even said, I'm pretty sure you said that
I called probably that.
A drug. And I was like, why do you think everything is drug related?
Well.
But then it is.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God. Local 10 News Orlando. This is from November 13th. Quite disturbing. Human head washes ashore on Florida beach. Miami-Dade police investigating.
Oh, I'm so terrified one day I'll find a human head.
Yeah. You have a better chance of finding a Sasquatch. Because you know what? Nobody's ever found a Sasquatch head, which is weird because...
Yeah, so I'm more likely to find a real head.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. You're definitely much more likely to find a human head than any Sasquatch. Key Biscayne, Florida. A shocking discovery Tuesday morning left residents and beachgoers on Key Biscayne concerned.
Concerned? Just a little.
What? A human head washing ashore. Yeah. It happened on a portion of the beach behind the Key Colony 2 Ocean Sound condominium building at 251 Crandon Boulevard. I know of all the places, Key Colony 2 Ocean Sound condominium building. One of my favorite.
I love that. One of my favorite condominiums.
Having been in Florida and been on the beach, like that sounds exactly like that. Like there's so many
that's a place that
no, not a place for a human head. It's just like every place on the beach. It's like the same color, the same it's like these beach condominiums. It's really funny. Anyway, this is according to News 6 partner WPLG. Key Biscayne police covered the remains with a blue tarp. Nice. And roped off a portion of the beach in yellow crime scene tape.
We like that.
Everybody is extremely surprised. Like, whoa!
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
It's highly unusual to find a body part on the beach, resident Ivo
I really would hope
Kustajamovic said. A woman who didn't give her name told local News 10 that she realized something was amiss when police had blocked her normal walking route off.
She realized something was amiss and there wasn't a torso attached.
He signaled with his finger that I needed to turn around immediately, she said. I understood the assignment.
Jesus. She said, no further questions for me, sir.
She added that the find was quite disturbing.
I bet.
This is my typical route, she said. Our neighborhood is very safe. We have our children here. Our children play on these beaches, and it's just beyond belief. Miami-Dade police homicide detectives are now investigating.
Our children play on these beaches.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be having
heads.
Jesus, just rolling up.
Just rolling up in the waves. Detectives are on scene and are working with the medical examiner to determine the identity of the individual, a police spokesperson said. These heads, not a lot there really.
That's a bummer. We'll have to follow up when maybe a little bit out when some more of the body shows up in front of the condominium.
I don't know what happened. I bet they were trying to dispose of a body and they screwed up.
Well, I feel like they did dispose of the body. They just didn't dispose of the head.
But you know what I mean? Like they were trying to dispose of a whole body.
I'm here till Thursday.
They were trying to dispose of a whole body.
Right.
They probably cut it up.
They know I bet.
And you got to weigh it down because it fills with gases and it comes back up.
I bet the head popped off.
I think the head was already off. I don't think it popped off when they don't just like pop off. Like
yikes. Oh, I don't ever want to be
really dark to think about.
Don't want to be thrown in the ocean.
Doesn't matter if you're dead. You're already
Well,
dead.
you get so gross when you're thrown in the ocean.
You're already gross because you're dead.
But I mean, put me in the. I want to be in a medical examiner's office.
You want to be in the tanning bed?
Yeah, I want to die peacefully.
Yeah,
doing what I love.
Drugs in a tanning bed.
Yes. God, are you kidding? Yeah. That would be so bad. I would be in there with my vape pen.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what did it. She died from vaping.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so embarrassing.
It'd be the first THC overdose of all time. Craig Graziosi, Friday, October 11th, from The Independent.
Okay.
Oh God, this is a really.
It's very.
This
dark.
isn't getting better.
Okay.
Yeah. A Kentucky woman was arrested after police found dismembered body parts partially cooked in her home. Huh. That's a doozy first sentence, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
The gruesome discovery was made by a man who had been hired to work on Trudy Field's home in Mount Olivet on Wednesday. When the worker arrived at the property, he couldn't find the homeowner, but then came across a dismembered body in the backyard, authorities said. At first, he thought the remains were Fields and called the Kentucky State Police.
Fields?
Trudy Fields. He thought the remains was Trudy. So he's at Trudy Fields' home.
And he was like, oh my God, she's been chopped down.
Yeah, that's Trudy. And then they're like, wait a minute,
Trudy
that's not Trudy.
And then Trudy shows
up. All right,
up.
Don't worry about it.
Trudy shows up and she's just like covered in blood. She's like, hey, what's the issue?
I'm not dead.
No, I'm fine.
I lived.
I'm fine.
I won.
Everything is fine.
Trudy Fields never loses. I don't think Trudy is the one. We'll find out. I said, I don't read the whole story. When the worker arrived at the property, he couldn't find there we go. Officers attended the property and found a woman's body on a blood-stained mattress. Troopers then spotted a second blood-stained mattress that had been dragged toward the back of the house, according to Louisville Cardinal Journal.
What happened? I was wondering where it was.
Yeah, it's towards the back of the house.
I mean, I've been in Kentucky, not where.
I don't know what they're doing with all these mattresses.
I know, like, do they?
Around.
I wonder if that made it easier.
Nah, yeah, it would be. I don't think
pull them on a mattress.
Yeah, because you could just grab their wrists and drag them like that.
Well, I've lived in Kentucky. There's a couple mattresses out in the yard already. He probably just threw them. Trudy probably just threw them.
Yeah, and it could be from different blood. It could have been from a deer or something.
The heater's on.
It's okay. You can't hear it, can you? Mm-mm. It's not bothering me. Officers attended the property and found a woman's... after discovering another woman inside the house, troopers attempted to speak with her, but she allegedly refused to acknowledge them or allow them entry, forcing them to procure search warrants.
Well, yeah. Of course. She's like, fuck, I got to clean this up.
Yeah. If I had killed somebody and the cops knocked on my door, I'd be like... No.
Yeah, you're gonna need a warrant for that.
Yeah, you can't come in because
now's not a good time.
Yeah, bad time. I'm naked.
Now's not a good time. Come back at 3, won't you?
Yeah. Units responded and we did that. At approximately 11 p.m., members of the KSB Special Response Team found Fields, 32, alone in the house. Police gave her multiple commands to leave her home, but Fields allegedly refused to comply, according to an arrest document. SRT members were eventually forced to remove Fields from her home, but they reportedly did so without incident. After taking her into custody, troopers discovered that parts had been removed from the body outside and were stuffed into a folded-up mattress.
What is it with mattresses?
I don't know. I don't know why she's doing this with the mattresses.
I don't know why she's doing any of it.
Maybe that's just 2 mattresses. Maybe the folded up mattress is one of the original mattresses they were talking about.
No, you don't think it's a third mattress that she's
I hope not. Because a human life is one thing, but
3
mattresses?
I feel like you're being wasteful.
Yeah.
Insanely wasteful.
Yeah, go green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah. That's the thing with Gaia, our planet.
Of course.
You only have one Earth.
And you're ruining it.
Elon Musk. I can't go to Mars.
I imagine she probably maybe throwing him in the mattress to Put them, burn them?
Maybe he looked tired.
In like one final resting spot.
Yeah, you look tired. You're dead. When troopers finally took Fields into custody, she had blood on her face, hands, and clothing. They entered her house and reportedly found a stainless steel pot contained body parts that appeared,
that's right. She was cooking them.
Yeah, that contained body parts that appeared to have been cooked in an oven. Troopers noted in their findings that the pot was hot to the touch.
So she was actively cooking.
Man. Police have not publicly identified the remains.
Well, 2 out of Trudy's friends are missing.
This detail, this paragraph, I did read this one beforehand. The construction worker who discovered the body told troopers that Fields had been on the property during one of the previous visits and had been casting spells on them and was being confrontational. Yeah. That's a red flag.
She put them in the oven.
Yeah. Have you ever had anybody like try to cast a spell on you?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, because I've had that happen.
Like where they
multiple times.
Well, pissed off the wrong witch.
Exactly. And I did. Oh man. There was this girl back in the day, and I was really drunk, and she was like super goth and like hot in like a weird goth way that I was into. And she even had like fake teeth and stuff. Like it was
wow.
And she was legit. She wanted to like drink blood, like for real.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to do that. And she told me, she was like, listen, if you let me drink your blood, I'll give you like a blowjob. Right?
I'll give you like a blowjob.
No, like a blowjob. Like she just give me a blowjob.
Just a blowjob.
Yeah. She didn't say like a blowjob. She was like, if you let me suck your blood.
I'll give you something similar to a
blowjob. No, the blowjob was separate from the blood. The blood will come
from your blowjob.
I hope she didn't get the blood from the blowjob. She gave me a blowjob. But here's the thing, right? I saw her downtown, and it was like 6 p.m., and I wasn't that drunk yet. And she was like, yeah, if you let me suck your blood, I'll give you a blowjob. And I was like, get out of here.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nasty. And then I was drunk at like 11 p.m. and I was like, where'd that vampire girl go? I'm ready. Let's go.
Jesus. And then she put a spell on you?
I couldn't find her. I was outside. I was like yelling. I was like, vampire girl, where'd you go? I need you. You can suck my blood now. If the deal's still on the table. Hope you didn't find some other guy.
She did.
Lot of blood.
I have a lot. So is that why you're bald now?
What?
She put a spell on you.
No, I'm bald because of male pattern baldness that my dad had, and I'm proud of it. Fields has been charged with obstructing governmental operations, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse.
Yeah.
And may face additional charges relating to the incident. She is currently being held in the Bourbon County Detention Center.
Damn.
Her arraignment is scheduled for Monday. So that arraignment's already happened because this is from October. So that's the news.
Damn. That's dark.
Yeah, I know. God.
Ugh.
Next week, we're doing positive ones.
Yeah, right.
No, I'll do like at least a positive one.
Sure.
It's hard to find positive news.
It is. It's very hard.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything's fine here.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to take off from the airport. I was in Denver, my final leg of my flight from North Carolina, and there was a gal, and I don't know how we started talking. Probably because I just started talking to her.
Probably.
And she was like, "I'm really nervous flying. You hear about all the accidents." And I was like, you'll be all right. There's not that many plane crashes because they never write news stories about when the planes land fine.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, hear about it. That'd be all the news.
It would be
another plane landed safely at SeaTac from another plane landed.
And another one.
Yeah.
This just in. Plane lands safely.
Yep, that's what happens. Anyway.
Awesome. We had, it's the new year. Wait, did we? I can't even remember.
We didn't do 51st jokes. We didn't talk about that.
We didn't?
Oh. I've never done one of those shows.
It was really fun. There was we had a 51st jokes at Tacoma Comedy Club and then a 51st at our bar as well. And it's 50 comedians doing 90 seconds of a joke that they haven't told on stage before. So it's supposed to be a new joke.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like a rapid fire, like open mic.
Yeah.
But it was just really fun because,
I saw you had some heavy hitters at Comedy Bar. I saw Kermit and Blaine. That's really cool. That was
the first time Kermit was at the bar.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Kermit rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
Well, because there was that Wet City.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of people were coming over after that.
Oh, that's dope.
For the 51st, and then we had an open mic after. So
yeah, I didn't hear about Wet City until it was like already happening.
I didn't either. Yeah. But and then I see like all these people are like in it, and I'm like,
there's like that crew of folks, and bless their hearts, that are always there. A lot of hereafter crocodile stuff. They do their thing over there. So good for them. Good for them.
But yeah, that one, I did that show, and then the other one that I just did was Thor's show.
Was that fun?
The Good Felons show at 6 and Proctor, and it was so much stinking fun.
Oh, that's awesome!
And he had a great turnout. I think there was like 70 or so people there, and it was a really good time. But I got to close it because because thankfully Jess Everett got sick. So
just kidding. I heard something else about well, no, it was you that told me about that he had gotten sick and you were closing it out. So yeah, that's awesome.
And so it was really fun, but there was there was this woman who just was heckling the whole time. And I kind of I noticed her obviously because she was yelling the whole time, but then I'm like, okay, they're not going to do anything about this lady. So I'm like, this is all right. I'm going to, and I actually got her to shut the fuck up. I shut down a heckler. It was fucking crazy.
You've been around it enough. It's probably you running a club, you working with the people you work with. You've worked with a lot of headliners me and Brian, and it's something that you learn to deal with.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's funny too. You mentioned that the club didn't do anything, and it's weird because you want the club to deal with hecklers, but also you might not want them to do it during your set,
right?
Because you lose agency. It looks bad if you can't handle it, and it sucks. Don't yell stuff at shows.
Yeah, just be quiet.
Yeah, just shut up.
It was fine.
Yeah,
it was really fun though. Thor did a good job.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I just got back a couple days ago from this tour. It was cool. Had a really good time. Went the Virginia Beach show. I didn't talk about that on the had a gut punch. So here, okay, first off, I didn't put this on here, but New Year's Eve I was in Everett featuring for Augie Smith, and I never feature, and it was dope. Augie doesn't do merch, and so I did merch, and it was great. I had a great set, felt really good about it, doing Corey Michaelis' show up at the historic Everett Theater. I'm hoping I get the headline there. I think folks are really into me.
I like that place.
Yeah, Corey was happy. Anyway, I did great on merch, and then getting ready to fly into Virginia Beach. I had a red-eye flight the next night. Left SeaTac at 11, but I woke up New Year's Day to a email saying that the show was canceled.
Yeah,
in Virginia Beach because of low ticket sales, and that's the second time this has happened with Funny Bones. So it was the same thing in Kansas City where a show was canceled due to low ticket sales. And I get it, but also I don't get it, because why did you book me in the first place if you didn't think I could move tickets? And also for me to succeed in this industry, I need to get a foothold in places, and if it's not at your club, then don't book me. Stop booking me. And so at this point, I'm just leaving it alone. The
you don't want to contact Fox News about it?
No, I'm just, I'm not, no, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do. But then again, they also didn't send me a 5-paragraph email, which I'm glad they didn't. They just told me that, they wanted to cancel the show. And, it was a bummer. But one of the things that was cool is because New Year's Eve was so good that I don't know. It didn't I was okay.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks. And also the guy, it was booked through a third party basically. Yeah, this guy named John Gilbreth. He's a producer in Virginia that I've worked with before, had a good run with him, did a 3-day run with him before and paid me fairly. And he paid me. Yeah. And then the next day I was in Kaleo, Virginia, this tiny little town, really tiny town. Did well there before, had another great show there. And then went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's the place I called you from. And I was like, Jess, I wish you were here. And the guy, I got there and he goes, welcome to Titty City.
Yeah. Yeehaw, baby.
It was really fun. They were sweethearts. And one of these places, so, you know, South Carolina in the South is fairly conservative in a lot of ways. But then there's these like islands where they really, and it's like, it's almost because the pendulum swings so far the other way that in these islands, it swings even farther into like the weirdness.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was wacky. I can't even I'm sitting here and I'm trying to think of like examples of things I saw. A Chihuahua. Okay, here's one. They had an ancient Chihuahua that wore a security outfit and he was like the security. It was like a joke. Yeah, it was. It
ran
was
security at the club.
Yeah. It
Nice.
was great. And all this like occult stuff and like Norse mythology stuff, but not in like a weird Nazi way, like in a cool way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was dope. And it was a great show. It was a great show. And like we did really well and they paid me fair. You know, I had a guarantee and I beat the guarantee pretty well. And then merch did amazing.
Nice.
Like everybody, it's so, man, this is the shit. It still bugs me so much that I'll be in very wealthy areas and with like wealthy folks. And I'm glad they're at the show. I'm not hating on rich people right now, but like they don't buy anything. It's the craziest. It's like they don't get it that this is like how I make a living. Right. But then I'll be in like South Carolina and folks that are, you know, like down to earth, like, and man, they I'd love a shirt. And you know what's funny is they come up to me too, and it's not just like, hey, I'd like a medium shirt. They're like, do you have any mediums? And I was like, yeah, dude, I got mediums. I got all sizes, bro. Yeah. And just sweethearts. And I sold out of records. I had to order more records.
Hell yeah.
It was dope. And I'm getting ready to go tomorrow. So we're recording this January 8th. Mm-hmm. And January 9th, I'm going on tour with Ruben Curson.
Yay.
Who I love.
I like Ruben too.
Yeah, I think he's a really good guy. And I also think he's funny because like I feel like he's kind of having a resurgence right now. He's been doing comedy a long time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he's just really kind of on it right now.
I like Mel too.
His confidence. Yeah, and Mel's a sweetheart too. Yeah, they're both amazing. Yeah. I wish Mel was coming with us too. But I think, never mind.
Yeah.
Me and Ruben are going to have fun.
Good.
So, yeah, we're going to Spokane and then Wallace, Idaho, and then Bend.
Nice.
And hopefully we don't run into too crazy a weather.
No, you should be fine.
Yeah, it could be rough, but we'll see. Yeah.
Sweet. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's going good. And then Texas next week.
Love it.
Yeah, and I'm nervous about that. But
yeah,
just trying to get people out. But I feel good. Feel good about it. I'm going to try to run another ad. I got to run ads on my Instagram, and I hate it. But
why? Because it costs money, or
no? It's just like I just don't know. It's hard to tell if it's working. No. You know, you get the analytics, and they say, "Oh, you've gotten this many clicks," and it's like, "Have I? Like, what does that mean?" Like,
that's why you got to be checking in when you post the ads, and then.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna send them a message.
For ticket sales.
Yeah, I should do that.
See where it's at and if it works or not.
I got so after this, I got to go. I already paid for T-shirts. I got to go pick up the shirts. I got a lot going on.
You're so busy.
Yeah.
You're so busy.
I am.
I, on the other hand, not at all.
You work full time. You're managing me. You're managing the comedy club.
Oh, that's right.
You're
fucking
doing comedy.
Exhausted.
It's not a competition.
No, I know.
It's okay for us to each have
both
feelings.
be.
Yeah.
Speaking of being exhausted, Chandler, I fired Chandler yesterday.
Oh, from which job?
From the bar.
Comedy bar.
Yeah. He's just been stretched too thin. So it's like, all right, buddy, it's time for you're fired. Well, I didn't fire him because I was like, I don't want you to get unemployment, but you can quietly quit.
Yeah. I love you, Chandler.
Yeah, me too. But it'll be the best for him.
Yeah.
So
are you gonna bring on somebody else?
I mean, we have to. The plan is to bring on a whole team, like an actual like floor manager and like wait staff and more bartenders and all of that. So once we start the construction with the expansion, then we'll start.
You guys are talking about it now openly.
Dane has been talking about it openly for a while.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just somebody who like, I get so nervous until it's on paper and it's signed.
Yeah.
I don't, it makes me nervous talking about it.
It is nerve-wracking.
But
very nerve-wracking.
I'm confident that we'll get there. We still haven't gotten it signed, but
yeah, no, I hear that.
Fingers crossed.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
It'll be fine.
But speaking of you being my manager, you're getting some people biting on some stuff, and you're doing good. You're doing a good job. I called you yesterday to yell at you.
You gave me shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep doing that because it's fun.
But but
you're doing good.
I'm on it. Well, I'm trying. I just,
it's harder. I think you're gonna find like it's. There are a lot of comedians that are at my level and can tour and work locally and make enough money to do it full time, but we're all competing to try to bump up. It's a bigger jump to go to the next level than it was to get to the level I'm at.
Yeah.
If the levels are, if you're like local feature with a full-time job who headlines occasionally, up to full-time comedian, mainly headlining, merch and then making enough money, and then the level after that is where it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet, and it's good to have somebody helping.
Yeah. So. Well, it's just trying to get creative.
Yeah.
Like just trying to think outside of the box.
Yeah.
About ways to advertise and and market you, because that's what it is. It's just finding ways to.
Oh, I've come to terms with the fact that I am not a comedian. I am a marketer, and my problem.
You are a product.
I am my product and my problem. I wrote jokes, and I think they're good. You want to do them?
Fine.
Why do you make that noise?
I don't know.
You should be happy that I like.
Well, because I was in the middle of a sentence, and you're like, I got jokes.
What sentence? Finish your sentence.
I don't know what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm over it. Joke number one.
You can't say sentences indefinitely.
I indefinitely was over it. Joke number one. I wish I was a dog. That way, if somebody tried to talk to me about the economy, I could just lick my butt.
That's a good joke.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Totally.
I think these ones are pretty good.
Joke number two. I'm fine with aging. I just want to do it on my terms.
Yeah. No surprises.
Let me do it.
Colon cancer. Get out of here.
Oh, Lord. Joke number three. People used to get mad at me because I partied every single night. They could never understand. I took a vow of celibacy.
Do you like it?
Do you get it?
Celibacy.
What is this word? Okay. What? Male colitis.
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 I don't know how to say it. I don't know why I corrected you, and I don't know how to say it either.
Christ. Oh my God. Small mouse-like marsupial is found in the... What is this?
Just read it. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay. In the arid regions of the Northwest Australia are... What?
Just read it.
I don't know what that word is.
Which one?
This one.
Simoporous.
You don't know what these words are either. How is this going to be a joke?
Just go for it. Just say it confidently, whatever you do.
Simoporous, meaning that...
Start over.
I can't. I don't
read the whole thing confidently.
You do it.
No, I can't read my own jokes. It's bad luck. I've never read my own jokes. I'm not going to say
Male colitis, small mouse-like marsupials found in the arid regions of the Northwest Australia, are smelliporous, meaning that shortly after they mate, they die. They're also known as Nazis.
No, kamikazes.
Oh, sorry.
You fucked it up. You did all that work and then you fucked up why would they be Nazis? It's kamikazes. Like, because they die. They're kamikazes.
A Nazi.
They die after they mate. They're kamikazes.
You could have, Jesus Christ, you could have just taken like the first paragraph out of that joke.
It's better
saved
like
me.
that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Terrible. I hated that.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Thank you for listening to the Tarp Report. I'm going to go eat Korean food. Jess is going to go to her job.
To work.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.